guys, welcome back to the Smitty and D show. Of course, I am Tony D. And in the studio, guys, we've got a doctor, a pharmacist, and a comedian. And he has been cracking us up for the last hour. So I know you guys are going to have a good time. Welcome to the show, our new friend, Dr. Lavar Walker.
Yo, first of all, I want to thank you for having me here. I got to know you in the beginning of the podcast. You're a fascinating young lady.
Aww.
And I just want to give you a round of applause for everything you do.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, thank you guys. Thank you.
The great Tony D.
Oh, thank you, doctor. Sounds good. Sounds good. So you're a pharmacist. How the world did you get from pharmacy to comedy?
Okay, so
I'm sure it's kind of like both, right?
Well, my whole life I was funny. I was, since elementary. Even elementary. Shout out St. Dorothy Elementary School where I went to elementary. My classmates all like, "You gonna be a comedian?" Because I was always entertaining. I was looking for attention. I wasn't the best looking kid in school, so I had to fight through. I had to fight through a lot of low self-esteem and I wanted attention, so I would often make people laugh, but I never looked at entertainment as a viable option to make a living because I came up in a blue-collar environment, being that on the south side of Chicago. So I was just a little dude working at Walgreens as a stock guy, and I saw this farm, the pharmacists, it didn't look like they were doing much, and I'm like, and the manager be like, "Yeah, man, them pharmacists making that money back there." I say, "Well, how much they making?" You know what I'm saying? I'm just looking for a good job. And I was very naive in my pursuit of pharmacy because I thought I could maybe just go memorize a couple of pills and just become one. But in that pursuit, I realized, it was a lot of schooling, and once I went to Xavier University, HBCU in New Orleans, Louisiana, I just got very excited about, learning different sciences and just applying myself, and then I got through the program, I think my whole thing for being a pharmacist, I just wanted to go to college and come out and make decent money. Now, I would not recommend any of you go to pharmacy school now. That's over. It's over. Don't go. It is done. It's cooked. I came out in 02. It's done. So
there's a lot of people in the industry.
Well, it's kind of saturated. I worked retail pharmacy for about 20 years. You're seeing a lot of store closures. CVS and Walgreens they're the new Blockbusters, before Blockbuster went out. So I wouldn't tell any person to necessarily go into it. Some people say, well, you could do clinical, but they don't need 1,000 clinical pharmacists at a hospital. So I just, it was a job. I wanted to get the money, and I just went through the program, went through the testing, and I came out.
How long did it take you?
It took me 7 years. It was a 6-year program. I was pledging. I failed biochemistry the first time I took it. I was online. Shout out to Cap Alpha Psi, the noobs. I failed back, and when you fail one class in pharmacy school, that's a prerequisite for everything else, so it'll push you a year behind.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So moving from pharmacy school to actually becoming a pharmacist, was it everything you thought it was going to be?
Yeah, it was cool in the beginning. For instance, when I got out of pharmacy school in 2002, it was a great demand. It was actually a national crisis because it was a deficit of pharmacists. And all of the chains were starting to do a lot of growth, so they were offering big sign-on bonuses. So just picture this. I'm 25 years old. I got a $20,000 sign-on bonus, and I was probably making, $80-something thousand a year to move to Atlanta.
Wow.
So that sounds like a dream. This typically sounds like, because I know people think they come to Atlanta and their lives are going to magically change, which is not. Those problems are going to come here with you. So don't come here.
What's your problem?
Don't come here with it because they not gonna. They not. The problems don't just. You don't get to 285 and the problems say, "Woo, we out of here." There's no. Listen, there is no black magical troll that somehow grants you as a black person a house and job and cars because you moved to the city. It's not going to happen. Take care of what you have, where you're at, and move here. But for me, in that moment, with that demand being there, it was magical. Like, I was like, this is crazy. So we were making money. Salaries going up, and then what ended up happening, you had super saturation with pharmacists. Now you got store closures, increases of pharmacy benefits managers, and it's not looking good. It's not really a bright outlook.
You married?
Yes, I am.
Children?
One child.
Talk about it.
I got an 8-year-old son, really good dude. That's my guy. Love him to death. Didn't even know I would have children. And yeah, because me and my wife, we've been together a long time. And we was down. I'm down. Like, it's whatever. We don't have no kids. We just don't have no kids. I'm going to stay with you regardless. And she had sent me one time like a pregnancy test, but it was like a joke. I'm like, oh, yeah. Then she sent me another one a few months later, and it was real. And I was like, this is a joke. And then I didn't even take it serious till that belly was poked out.
What?
I was like, do you have gas? What? You know what I mean? And he came and he's been such a joy, just such a joy to our lives. Just a joy to be around.
Aww.
Yeah. Man.
I love it. So, I've heard some funny things about you, Doctor.
Okay.
So, the first thing, what happened with you and Mike Epps?
It was an unfortunate event of circumstance. There was me and Mike had a friend. What I'm looking for the word. We had the same friend. What word is that? Like, what word am I looking for? We had the same colleague, friend, whatever. And he kind of got in the middle and threw gas on something that he should have dissolved.
Yeah.
And then that elevated, and you know what I mean? I got touched up. Right. And, then I followed through with the legal process because I'm not a street guy. I'm not gangster. And I'm going to call the police and sue you, whoever it may be. Not to say that, he's my brother.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, we just taped a new season of Comic View where he's hosting. And he a good dude. And I really wish we could have met under different circumstances.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
That's my brother. It's love, man.
Yeah.
That's right. Man. Where y'all at? No, he a good brother, man. He hugged me. We hugged on the show. It's a beautiful thing. But all I could say was in that moment when that happened to me, it was just very hurtful because, I was a huge fan because I can't impersonate nobody I don't like and I'm not a fan of. And I was just in a dark place at that time. And I was like, should I really be doing this? I'm a pharmacist. Yeah. I don't need to do this.
Right.
You know what I mean? Even though I'm good at comedy, and I know a lot of comedians would call me an asshole because I would tell them that often. I don't need to do this shit. And I would say it because they would kind of be mean to me. Like, I'm like, hey, whoa. I don't need to be here. I'm okay. So, that's, but no, he a good brother, man. And I got love. Ain't nothing but love for him, man. No vitriol, just love. And, when it all went down, it was interesting.
Yeah, y'all can go check it out online, but we're not gonna talk much about it because
no,
you guys
it's all
have,
love. It's
because
love.
you guys
know what it is.
You've
yeah, man. We was in the movie.
We don't want to
we was in the movie Uncle Drew together. We did we just taped this Comic View.
Yeah.
And
we love Mike Epps.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and he was like, man, I thought y'all was cousins.
For real. For real.
Yeah.
So you were in the healthcare industry. Let's talk about healthcare for a little bit. What's some of the issues that black men are facing in healthcare? And what do they need to be doing?
Well, I just got my colonoscopy, so I'm going to tell all the brothers, I'm of age. Go get your colonoscopy when you are of age. I think that's very, very important to stop any issues. If you're going to have like colon cancer or something, it can prevent that. It can prevent it by about 50 or 75%. They're able to catch those polyps. I think it's just very important.
He called them mushrooms earlier, y'all.
Yeah, I just said much. Like people. Yeah, I was being facetious. I was like, yeah, people got, some of y'all don't want to go get checked. You got mushrooms and ferns growing in your colon, and you walking around here about to pass out. But I think it's very, very important, brothers. Get your physical every year. Make sure you get that physical, and go get checked, man. Just go get checked. That's all.
Are you ever worried, like with being on the road with so many comedians or entertainers that are black having strokes? Are you ever concerned about that because the eating habits?
Yes, it can be rough. You have to be very, very disciplined. You have to be disciplined. And I was thinking about that not long ago because I've been headlining these events, man, and like every city you go in every weekend, you doing 5-6 shows. They got the liquor. What you want?
Yeah.
We got the what's good
fried
on the menu?
Chicken,
we got the chicken wing. That's good.
Yeah.
Or you can get the nachos. Like it's all clogged artery food. And you have you damn near have to literally on that road. You like gotta work out and just drink water and eat vegetables, man. Which I had been slipping a little bit because you in the. You just get in the groove and you happy. Like, man, give me the damn nacho.
Yeah.
You eating the nachos, but it's not good and you will die. Comedy, as a headline, were you a headliner comedian? Comedy could be somewhat of a slow death sentence for people. You have to be careful. You have to be very careful.
Why?
Because it's just shit, everything is everywhere. What's weed? Gummy? Drink? Chicken wing, whatever. It is shit. Like you just eat. You just eat. They gonna give you everything you want. You get to that green room. She gonna come back. You could be like, you could make something up. Oh, I want a fried goat. Okay, they gonna bring that goat in there with some salsa dip.
Black men in nursing homes. Do you know anything about it? There's a rise of black men.
My grandfather was in a nursing home.
Yeah.
He was in his 80s. We had to put him in there because he kept getting up. Like he was going through Parkinson's. And, he was getting up 2 a.m, putting on clothes to go to the post office and falling and all this. So we had to end up putting him in there. I don't know too much about it. But that's interesting you bring that up. I'm gonna tell this to the brothers, man. You gonna need a woman, man. We need each other. We need each other. I just got my colonoscopy today, and I was so thankful to have my wife to come to pick me up from the hospital. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Because you dealing with these hoes, they might not. Hey, what?
You gotta have somebody there.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I had my wife. Pick me up, they wheel me outside. I got in the truck. You need some love, man. Because there's a lot of brothers, like I know, like, you watch a lot of these podcasts, they always talk about the woman dying alone. There's a lot of brothers about to die alone.
Yeah.
So we need to have some understanding.
I've buried at least 5 guys that just either turned 50 or who have not gotten to 53. 5 this year. Probably 5 in the last 4 or 5 months.
What were the complications? What happened?
It was stroke. Like my cousin last month, it was a stroke on his birthday.
Okay.
And then the other one, he fell asleep, so he had sleep apnea.
The one that had the stroke, was he out of?
All of them were overweight. All of them, yeah.
Okay.
My cousin, he died from, so it's heart attack, stroke.
Lord.
Those are, so we don't know what my cousin died from, but he died in his sleep, so I'm assuming that it was probably a heart attack or something like that, or just couldn't breathe anymore. But it's happening. It's happening a lot, and it's either one of those things or a combination of both. But yeah, I think one of them was like diabetes, and they didn't know they were diabetic, and I guess their sugar went up, and it was like in the 1300s or something like that. But the point is 5 this year. And so it's got me looking at black men like...
And these are your family members?
Family and friends.
Did they have what's his name? I don't want to say it because they might block you or something. Did they get what's his name? You know what I'm talking about?
What's the what?
Yeah, I don't want to say.
Oh, yes. I think all of them did.
Really?
I do. I really feel like that.
I'm not a conspiracy theorist because I have it, you know.
But listen, me and my girlfriends, we all are having heart issues. Everyone in our 5 group, we all like, did you? It's serious.
That is insane.
I just went to go see the doctor probably 2 months ago. My other friend just had a heart surgery, and we're young. We're not even 55 yet, you know, like I'm still in my 40s. And I had to go wear a monitor. I was like, when did this happen?
And you ended up getting
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah. All of us. We all did.
And I was a advocate of it.
Yeah.
And I've been talking about this on stage. I've studied, did a little bit of immunology in pharmacy school. I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm going to grow a tail in 5 years. I don't know.
I think, honestly, with all the stuff that we got going on, plus that, it doesn't help. You know, like, we probably could have survived with just the U.S. food alone, you know. Yeah. But with that, too, and the food, I don't know. But I talked to a doctor, and they said it might not be that. It might be that you actually had the virus. So it does damage. Now, I'm going to be honest. I didn't really go through it. I was still outside.
Did you have it?
I did.
I think I got it too.
Yeah.
I was in New York. I was writing on the show, and it was the top of 2020, right when Kobe died. And I came home, and I was like really under the weather. It was because I got back here in February, and I never get. They were doing the show at the arena because I told Gary Owen and George Wallace, I said, yo, I'm gonna come out to check you guys out. And I couldn't. I was just paralyzed on the couch. Coughing, shortness of breath, headache, dizziness, everything. Like very like every cold symptom you can imagine. And I was just exhausted.
How long did you have it for?
It lasted for about a week. Okay. About a week, 2 weeks. But it was like, what is this? Right? So I think that I might have had it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Because they didn't know what it was during that time, but I don't know.
Yeah. Wow. That's tough. That's really tough. So you are known as an asshole, right? Did you say that? People think you're an asshole?
Sometimes people can call me an asshole.
Do you think it's because of your nice, beautiful Republican views?
Well, I don't, and that's interesting you bring that up. I have views. I look at my views as more so self-empowering, and I look at all my views as always pointing the finger at me.
So what's some of your views that you think people would consider Republican?
Self-accountability.
Explain.
Meaning doing for self, not blaming nobody. Like, yeah, it's going to be rough. Yeah, right? Like, yeah, it's unfair. I know. Right. But you have to get up every day and say, I'm going to overcome. And that, what we saying? We shall overcome.
Yeah. But we like to blame people while we're doing it. You know how it goes.
Do we not sing that? We shall overcome? Or am I tripping? Right? Like, so I don't know if I'm necessarily Republican because I'm for, I can't be because I'm for a woman's right to choose. I'm for that. Like, I don't believe the government should tell you what to do with your uterus. So I can't be. But as far as issues in our community of me not harming somebody that looks like me or robbing somebody that looks like me or, being, in my home or being a father in a nuclear family, I think those are very important issues that we just somehow blame the white man. We can't. How? How can you do it? You're black.
All that time.
You see what I'm saying? So, and I don't deny. And at the same time, I don't deny what's happened to us in the past as a people. I'm not gonna sit here and deny these policies and practices that were put in place in earlier years. But now, I mean, we can only deal in the present and the future, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is just a logical explanation. Probably get pushed back for this clip.
Hey.
He a coon.
No, they're gonna be like, "You're right, brother. You're right." Going on to some lighter topics. What's your relationship with T.I.? You friends with T.I.?
Yeah, we cool, man. I see him. We roll. You know, it's so funny you asked me that because Tip had texted me. I just headlined Atlanta Comedy Theater, and he texted me, and then he called me, and we had a great conversation. And he called me. He said, "I want to give you a soliloquy. There's a soliloquy that I have and I want to let you know that it is the tail that never wags the dog." Because I told him, I said, with him doing comedy, and this is real. I said this on the phone. I said, what's so bizarre to me, the impact that you've had on the culture, being one of the best MCs, the heights, you know, you've gone to in this rap game. What you doing comedy is bizarre to me because this is the first time I've seen what I would consider a king to come off a throne to be a jester. And when I told him that, he said, well, if I was to be concerned with others' perceptions of me, I'm no longer the king. I said, wow.
And
that was really, that was profound. So I love him. Good brother, man. Like, we chopped it up about 30 minutes on the phone.
On the flip side, the reason why I interview so many comedians is because I feel like they're the last truth tellers we have left. Because everything else is censored, except for comedians.
They censor us.
A little bit.
Man.
But everything is censored.
Yeah.
And you guys are getting censored, but y'all are kind of the last of what's left. So that's why I interview so many of y'all.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's really the truth.
Interesting.
Yeah.
No, that's real.
Yeah, that's really true. So when you were on the road, I heard that you were on the road with Cat Williams.
No, well, I went on the road with him. I did one show. I opened up for him. There was a fill-in show because Cat didn't show up for one show or something, and I ended up going before him at Phillips Arena. Well, it was Phillips at that time. Now it's State Farm. And it was amazing. Went up about 15,000, 17,000 people. I don't even think Cat saw my set or nothing, but I had a good set because he was there. Was it a good set, bro?
It was a great set.
See, yeah.
Thanks, Joe.
And one thing about the great Cat Williams, sir, he's gonna bring it every time. Do you understand me? Because ain't no place in the world I would rather be than the Smitty and D show.
Soundbite! I got so many questions for Cat Williams, but I'm gonna let it go.
He a Virgo too, deep brother.
I know. I knew that. I think
Cat is a Virgo. Dave is a Virgo. And Lavar Walker is a Virgo.
I love Virgos. No, seriously, I really do. They're my favorite people in the world. So you did a big comedy special, and I think, was this like Miller Lite or Bud Light?
Yes, I won the Miller Lite stand-up championship in 2012.
And I saw that too. But Kevin Hart was there.
Hold on. Don't. Hold on. Don't make me laugh. Don't do this. First of all, yeah, Kevin was there, man. It was the Miller Lite stand-up championship. And what was so interesting, that was an interesting year for me. So 2012. Now, and I'm going to give y'all a little bit of my comedic background, and this is going to even bring in the internet comics or whatever. April of 2012, April or May of 2012, I got an email. That Keenan Ivory Wayans. They were redoing In Living Color.
Wow.
And I heard rumblings of it, but I didn't know, people won't let you in on it. But anyway, I got a call. Keenan wanted to see you at Uptown. I was like, cool, all right. And then that changed. No, Keenan wants you to come to L.A. So I go to L.A., sit with Keenan Ivory Wayans, me, Lil Rel, Jermaine Fowler, who was playing on the, he was the son on Coming to America 2, Jen Biggle, Sidney Castillo, all of us. And I'm in L.A., and I'm literally me and Rel going over the sides for Living Color, whatever, reading. And I go in, I read, and I kill, but I didn't get it. Rel got selected, and you see the trajectory of his career. That was the beginning of 2012. Leading in that same year, they had this Shaq All-Star Comedy Jam competition. So I was like, yeah, I wanna be in that. Yeah. So I go to Orlando. I go do the Shaq All-Star Comedy Jam competition. I killed, but I didn't win. I had to go up early because I had a show. I was supposed to open up for Shaka Khan that same day. So I missed my flight. Didn't open up for Shaka Khan, whatever. And they're doing the show. So I was like, man, I didn't get this. And it looked like Robert Powell had won. My Kappa brother, shout out to Robert Powell. Same year. So I'm in a gas station. I see Kevin Hart, cutout, Kevin Hart. And you know where they sell the beer and stuff.
Right.
And it's him standing there. And it says a Miller Lite stand-up comedy thing.
Was it a life-size one? Was it like?
Yeah, it was like that tall. It was that tall. So I had actually lifted it up, and I had a picture. I lifted it up, and I held it, and I just took a selfie with it, and I applied to get in this competition. So I went to New Orleans. Well, I had to do something online, be funny. Then I made it to the semifinals in New Orleans, so I killed that. And then I'm in Vegas, and that's the show you saw when I'm talking about being a pharmacist, and he's going crazy, and he's crying. Now, when I did that, the way it all came together, because he was with Jeff Clanagan. Jeff Clanagan was over the Shaq All-Star Comedy Jam. They had just saw me in Orlando.
Oh, wow.
So it came back full circle. So I'm there, I win. Everybody goes, Kevin is like, this is 2012. He is sizzling. I mean, he hot.
Yeah.
He Michael Jackson.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I win this. These people see me, and Tamara Goins, who my agent now, she was a production assistant or something on the show or whatever. So I win the money. I'm in my hotel room, get a call. Hey, Lavar, it's Tamara. I'm like, what up, Tamara? You want to come you want to open up for the Shaq show? Because the Shaq show was in Vegas the next day. I go kill it, walk off stage, got 42 dates on the Shaq All-Star Comedy Jam.
Wow.
Yeah. And then at the same time, I'm still doing these dates, working on an as-needed basis in the pharmacy, and still going back to work. And that gets us to our next section of regrets outweighing your fears.
Ooh.
That's right.
Talk about it.
So I'm doing my thing, and I'm not making a whole lot. I'll be honest, I'm not making a lot of money on Shaq All-Star, but I'm getting exposure. I'm doing the theaters. I'm doing this. I'm doing that, which led to more. I do the Plastic Hub Boys. I was the first host for the Plastic Hub Boys. That's Kevin's opener, Spank and Naeem. Yeah, I do the first Heartbeat Weekend, But I'm just taking it for granted because I'm caught up in the 2-week check narrative. And nothing will kill a man's dreams quicker than a 2-week check and liquor. Because you don't want to let it go. Because you got that check on. Oh, yeah, I got the check. And it took me so many years from 2012 all the way up to maybe about 2020, right? 2020, 2021, when I'm on the show with Amy, with Life and Beth on Hulu, where I'm like, this is ridiculous now. I have to leave. I'm in a room. I happen to be in Soho. I'm filming on Life and Beth, playing on this show. I play a guy named Lavar that's a pharmacist. How ironic. I have an off day. On this particular off day, New York is a beautiful day. We still in COVID guidelines. This is the top of 2021, something like that. I'm walking around the city. I buy me some pants, whatever. I go back to my hotel. They got me staying in Soho at the Soho brand. As I'm walking into the hotel, you know, people eating on the street, you know, outside, you know, them little things they got. I hear somebody go, LeVar, what up, man? And it's Donnell Rawlings. Donnell was out there eating, and sitting right next to him was a guy named Dave Chappelle.
Whoa.
So Donnell like, yo, son, what you got going on out here? And I'm like, yo, dog, I'm working on this show with Amy Schumer, and this is crazy. It was just insane how this is all happening now. And so I'm talking to Donnell, and Dave looks up, man, that's dope. Congratulations to everything you got going on, you know. I'm like, wow, you know, and he's just my favorite. Like, he is the guy, you know what I mean? And I didn't want to let on. But that ended up leading to Donnell DMing me, man, that's dope. And I was like, yo, are you doing some time? So he was performing at the Stand in New York. So I'm going to be at the Stand. I was like, cool. I just pull up. They got me at Uber XL. I'm making money now. I'm on the show. I got my little money. Pull up at Uber Black, go in there. A couple comics recognize me. I see people going into the basement. This is still COVID protocol. They got bands on. I didn't have a band. So I say, I'm just going to try to go down there. Go down there. It's no issue. They just let me in. So I'm sitting, I'm talking. I end up talking to this guy. We talk. He stands up. I'm like, it was Questlove. He walked. I'm like, wow. So people are piling into the room. I see Donnell appear. The show starts. The first comedian was Michelle Wolf. The second comedian was Jon Stewart. Third comedian, Marlon Wayans. Fourth comedian, Chris Rock. When Chris was on stage, I go upstairs, get a drink. I see Michael Shea. I know Michael Shea. Cool. Like, what's up, Bar? You know, drinking. And I go back down because I want to see Dave. When I go into this corridor, and it's a stairway, Dave appears. It's just me and Dave. And he sees me. Hey, man, what's your name again? I said, Lavar Walker. Man, congrats again to everything you got going on. I want to look you up. And he daps me, and he does this beautiful 2-hour show. And man, it lets out, and I'm just around this greatness. And I say, yo, what Steve Harvey say? See, right there, dog. Hey, I say, there ain't nobody but God. See, I had to right there. I say, that God talk. I say, I ain't going back to work no more, dog. And the next day, I'm on set with Amy, playing me in the lab coat, excited, and that was it. I just said, in that moment, I said, I need to know if I'm gonna fail at this. I want to know, and I want to hold all my failures and all my success. I want to own that. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna walk in glory no matter what happens.
I want to cry with this story, Jeff.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So when I did that, man, when I tell you the universe really worked in my favor, and it just, my Facebook started going just crazy. All of a sudden. I can't even explain this, man. It's so, you know, I read those books and stuff, and I would always be like, this is just some shit, you know. But it went crazy. I started making money on that, and everything just started picking up, and I was like, man, I can't even make this in the farms.
Wow.
Literally.
Wow.
The parachute open.
Wow.
Like this, what he said. See, your ass, you got to jump. See, your ass got to jump. Now, when you jump off that cliff, you might go into the bush, hit the rocks. Your ass might get scarred up. Or your parachute might come out. My parachute came out though. You know what I'm saying? So it was just it's an amazing ride. It's just been beautiful, man. It's been really beautiful. I'm really blessed. Like, I don't take it for granted. I don't believe in losses, only lessons. When I look at fail as first attempt in learning. And that's it. That's my mindset. I ain't going back.
That's inspiring. Wow.
I ain't going
That's
back.
deep. I'm like, whoo, child. This is because I can feel that. I'm going through that now.
But you are super successful. You've made.
I'm the pharmacist.
You've made millions and millions of dollars with hair and just
don't say that out loud.
You've done everything.
He don't mean that,
y'all.
y'all.
Place. This is amazing. You talking to a guy in the back of CBS, okay? Dealing with, do you understand? I'm working off Tar Boulevard. I'm working in every hood, every redneck part of Georgia.
I feel like you should tell the story as Ricky Smiley.
Hey, y'all, see, let me tell you, dog. Hey, dog. No. When I was out there, dog. See, dog. See,
I didn't even know you could do this.
Y'all don't listen, dog. Shout out to Ricky, man. I toured with Ricky.
Him.
Ricky was one of the first big comics to take me on the road.
I had like a serious crush on Ricky Smiley.
Ricky Smiley. Let me tell you something about Ricky. Ricky took me out. I went out on the road with Ricky for about 5 or 6 years. And this guy, man, I would just sit back and watch this man. Ooh, woo! I mean, he's just an amazing performer, just killing it, man. Just killing it, man. I go out with Ricky, it was hilarious. He called me every once in a while. See, dog, man, when you do that pharmacy stuff, dog, I like that, dog.
Good Lord, you look like him.
Yeah, but Ricky definitely showed me the game. He showed me the potential of the game and what this could be. You know what I'm saying? And I think, like, one of the things in my career, I was doing good, very funny. But then you have to get to a point where you have to really believe in yourself and have the faith. That's an important thing. You know what I'm saying? And even when Rail hit, me and Lil Rail, we close. We would talk often. And one of the things about him is faith, belief systems. You know what I'm saying?
Man, fam, you know what I'm saying? Shibbity doubles, fam. Gotta have faith, fam. Gotta have faith, fam.
Shibbity double. With a lot of faith and stuff, Deion Sanders has been in the news. How do you feel about him?
Well, my Louis is luggage, baby. The Louis is luggage. My luggage is Louis. I said it wrong. But you gotta believe, baby. You gotta believe. You a believer, dog? Hey, dog. I saw the bull junk you was talking about me, dog. I know the bull junk you said. But do you believe now?
Do you think that he is too cocky, or do you think he should be believing?
You got it, man. You have to believe. You have to express that faith. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to walk in it. You know what I'm saying? And when you talk it and you put it out there, it is going to increase how much work you have to put behind that to back it up. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't think he's cocky. I mean, Deion Sanders, it's prime time. You talking about a man that won a Super Bowl and a World Series. Like, this guy is like an alien. It's 8 billion people on Earth, bro. You can't name, but did Bo Jackson win the Super Bowl or World Series? Bo Jackson played both sports, but he didn't get those. And they say this man could have made it to the NBA. So this guy's like, he's an anomaly in himself. Like, that is insane. His athletic ability, and now his, what he's doing for those boys, and he's an amazing man. Really. Like, I was a little salty at first when he left Jackson State, But I mean, because I went to a HBCU, I was like, I just feel like you're going to take so much away from the school, like the resources and everything, the attention. But I mean, he left them a good plan. And then, too, I feel like, in a way, I don't know, this is just off assumption, he probably could have been sabotaged or something, but he's trying to make the program good, and behind the scenes,
like that, yeah.
they're like, doing certain things with funding, people in positions of power getting jealous of the attention he's getting. So, he got out of there. But, no, I support Deion Primetime Sanders, man. I love what he's doing.
You don't want to know my opinion about HBCUs. But anyway.
What's your opinion about it?
I just feel like they could be funding their money. They can be handling the money a little bit better. I used to work and went to A&M in Alabama, and I saw some stuff. And you just go, wait, what?
Yeah,
it
could.
I also went to Oakwood, and I saw the difference between Oakwood and A&M and how Oakwood ran their business, and A&M, it was completely different. And I felt like A&M had more money than Oakwood, but I felt like Oakwood was just a good steward of their money.
And that goes back into self-accountability, and you can't rob the schools of the money. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I get it. I mean, Xavier, I don't feel like we had a problem. Like sometimes your financial aid can be a little slow. Your refund checks, you'd be a long line. But I mean, they were pretty good. I don't know of any type of. We didn't have any fraud or anybody stealing out of the pot. Not that I know of. So I don't know.
Well, there's a few.
But we need those HBCUs.
We do.
They're very vital.
We need them to be funded, though, properly.
Yeah.
In real life.
Yeah. And I mean, I they.
Checks and balances.
Yeah. You got to have it. A lot more transparency.
You do. Yeah. Dr. Lavar Walker, are you ready?
Okay, cool. What's up?
Are you ready for random questions? Yeah. You're gonna get the sound effect later, guys. Nobody is in the background helping me. There normally is, but we're not going to talk about that. First question. What trend do you want to see go away? And this is lighthearted. Let me give you the rules. Let me give you the rules. Quick, funny, definitely funny. Quick, lighthearted. If you got a story, tell it.
Baby hairs. Baby hairs got to go.
Why? And why do you think people are obsessed with it?
I don't know. It just has to go, because at this point, the baby hair, when I see the baby hairs, it just looks like a tab to pull that whole wig. Like you grab it off. You know what I mean? That gotta go. I definitely die. But I'm a little gray right now. But the overly done Beijing, we have to stop. We gotta stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's too much. To where you look like a cartoon character. You got a cartoon beard, bro. What are we doing? The tatted hairline. The tattooed hairline. Brother, why is your hair shining? Your fade should not shine. Stop. Just be bald or wear a hat like me. See? It's okay.
Hey.
Yeah, I turn into Bishop Paul Morton. Oh! Listen, it's okay. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not. The tatted hairline has to stop. Like, it's just too much.
Oh, boy.
Also, brothers, now is a new trend of leg extensions where brothers are getting height.
I saw that. Takes you a year of recovery,
and
though.
to risk your life to be taller is sick. Nobody cares. You could invest that time in your wallet.
Ooh.
And grow your wallet.
I mean, I'm telling you, we care more about your money than your height.
Come on.
I'm just telling you. What did you enjoy about, let me not say enjoy, what didn't you enjoy about being a pharmacist?
What didn't I enjoy?
What did you not enjoy? You were like, nah, I don't want none of this.
The drive-through. You go to any CVS drive-through, looks like Chick-fil-A. except we don't have 20 people out there helping. It's just one person. Oh my God, the phone ringing off the hook. People calling with just dumb questions all day. If I tell you the medicine isn't in stock, it's not in stock. I didn't show up here today just to hurt you. We don't have it. I can't pull it out of my ass. I can't go get a leaf off of a tree and make it. We don't have it.
What's the craziest story you can tell me about being a pharmacist?
Craziest story.
I'm most interested.
I was working at a store off Tara Boulevard. A car crashes into the store, pinning the manager between the register and the car. I'm in the back of the pharmacy. I go, oh shit, we gonna have to shut it down. I call the not the pharmacist but the district manager. I say, yo, a car just crashed into the store. The manager is pinned. And he goes, well, is the drive-thru still working? I said, sir, we can't do this. We can't do this. You damn near got a body in the front of the store. And we just have to address this issue. This is a problem. This is a problem, man. To the point of, I had the building inspector came, and the building inspector said, should we shut it down? And I looked at him, I said, what do you think? Close this fucker down. Get this lady to the hospital, man. This is ridiculous. There's a car sitting in here. And then I need to tell people too, please, and this is to everybody that watches your podcast, have more empathy for retail workers. You know, these people that are in Target, Family Dollar, CVS, Walgreens, listen, they want to help you. But 9 times out of 10, the corporate assholes don't give them the support to be able to help you adequately. So you see the one person back there, there's only so much they can do. It's that they not there, they just want to keep a roof over their head. Ain't nobody waking up, ooh, can't wait to get to Walgreens today. You know what I'm saying? So I would tell people, have more empathy for those people, man. Quit being on this shit. Well, that they job, they chose to shut up. Have a heart.
What? Well, I guess you've done so many impressions. What impression have you not done so far? Who do you have in your arsenal? I feel like you've done everybody.
I don't know. I don't know who else is it to do. I don't know. I mean, certain ones I can't do.
How do you even come up with this? Like, how do you know that you can do it?
I just got more comfortable in it. Like that T.I. joke I used to do, it was a big music cue joke. So when I first started doing it, it may have been 05, 06. It was like a hack-ass music cue joke. And I want to say to all the comedians, your music cue comics, you're hack. But what ended up happening, my biggest joke was a hack music cue joke. And because the joke would go so hard, sometimes people would try to sabotage it, like tell the DJ not to put the music on this or that. So I said, what I'm going to do, I got to learn his voice. And so doing his voice got me comfortable to do others. Like I can hear certain things or an inflection in your voice, and I'll exaggerate that inflection.
If you didn't get Judge Mathis ever, you
see, what I want to know. See, what I'm trying to say, son, like, are you a crackhead? Are you a crackhead? Is that what's going on? Are you on crack?
Oh, shout out to Detroit. All right. A few more questions before I end. All right. So, marriage, is it for everybody?
No.
Why?
Do you
believe in marriage, or just people should have relationships?
I do. I love my wife. And then too, I'm gonna say this, to each his own.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I I never thought I would get married. You know what I'm saying? But then I couldn't imagine my life without her. And it was just that thing of I knew she wanted that ultimate commitment, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna do this and see how it goes." And it's been 14 years, and we've been happy. But it's a lot of compromise. It's it's an altruistic endeavor. It's very selfless, and you just have to have a compromise and understand that person and know that this person is a human. You know what I mean? Because you got a lot of these red pill YouTube people that think women are just supposed to be a goddamn slave or some type of jumping dog. Like
submissive. That's the word.
No, you could be submissive. I think the woman should be submissive to a point, but I still think as a man, it's important to understand that she is a human and to respect her and value her. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's important, man. Like, yeah, and then the marriage ain't easy. Like, I have to make a lot of compromises, right? But, I like it.
Do you eat chitlins?
Oh, no.
Why?
I haven't. I had some way back in the day, but I'm not like shit.
What do they taste like?
Baby, you gonna get some chitlins tonight? Get them damn chitlins.
What do they taste like? And do you think people?
You put them vinegars on there.
Do you really eat them? Or you really?
Back in the day, and I know more. This was back young, like back in the day. Like this is the 80s. I haven't had no chitlins in forever. Wow. Like they would put vinegar on them.
And they were good.
You ever had them?
Nope, never.
You eat pork?
No. Well, I do now, but I grew up in foster care, right? But
what?
I know.
Interesting.
I know.
And you know what? My wife is she's very high up over foster care in Georgia.
Really?
Yeah.
We should probably interview her too.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Yeah, but I ended up going back with my father when I was about 16, and he's been one of my favorite people. It was like a Cinderella story, but I never ate like that. I grew up Seventh-day Adventist. We didn't even eat pork.
So you grew up in foster care. You were you were placed in different homes.
13 foster homes from the age of 16 to 18.
Were you ever assaulted or? Wow, this is
most
amazing.
People do. Most people are. That's why it's this. It's like
definitely, and you became this successful person.
I think what happened was I went into a Seventh-day Adventist home and things just kind of lined up. Like a lot of their doctrine kind of hushed a lot of the issues that I had, hushed my mind. So I think that's what happened. And it gave me tools to live. So yeah.
I would really love, you got to meet my wife.
Absolutely.
And you could be you would be such a tremendous advocate for these children.
Oh, absolutely.
And
I speak about it all the time. Anytime give me a platform, I'll talk about it. It's rough. Foster care is no joke.
And where were you in Detroit?
Yeah. I was in the worst this is back in the 80s when, people became foster parents to make money.
Yeah. My auntie used to have all them kids.
Or parent or like
old people. We had a new cousin every 2 weeks.
That part. That could probably steal or kill you. It was really like that. But, senior citizens were getting foster kids so they can have somebody to take care of them. Like the way that foster care was, I learned how to cook and clean.
They were making you clean up all
everything.
You were like a slave.
You were like a slave in those homes. And you bet not say anything. And let that social worker come through. She hit... Right after they leave, you gonna get your ass toe up. So you knew better. No,
but my wife, she go hard. She is very much so, and she does reunification. What she does is reunifies the children. She's an advocate to put those children back with their biological parents. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes people can be mean and. A parent might have had a DUI or something. I don't think you should necessarily lose your child.
I'm telling you, it was money back then in it. The state was going to get money for these private institutions, so they wanted you out of those homes. Like my mom lost her rights, so there was no chance I was going back home.
She
ever.
Lost her TPR.
Lost her whole rights, and my dad's name wasn't even on my birth certificate, so he had to become a foster parent to even get me.
That's amazing.
Isn't that crazy?
What an amazing story.
Yeah.
And you became so successful.
I think again, Honestly, I think with his help and then my background, I think that's what happened. You bump your head a lot.
What do you mean the background?
Being a Seventh-day Adventist.
You are a Seventh-day Adventist.
Not
now.
anymore, but I was when I was like 9.
So
I went to a Seventh-day Adventist college and everything.
So your foster parents brought you into the religion.
And I
Are you
stayed
still
in
close
it.
to them?
She passed away. Yeah.
Wow.
My first year in college. But yeah, I stayed with her for about 4 years, and after that foster home, on all the other foster homes, I stayed to Seventh-day Adventist.
Wow.
Yeah, it's the doctrines is what saved me. I don't let anything in negative. It really saved me. So,
Wow.
I don't watch scary movies.
What an amazing
I don't even listen to certain people. Like, oh nope, can't let it in.
That's an amazing
That's
story.
like what it is. But back to you.
Okay.
Your final story. Your
Yeah.
final question. It's the end. Dr. Walker. Comedian extraordinaire, writer, actor. It's the end. God is talking to you. And if you believe in God, what do you hope he says and why?
I just hope he says, you were a great tool. I appreciate using you. You know what I mean? Like being a vessel. That's what I would hope he would say.
Do you think you were a good vessel?
I don't know. I'm trying to be a better one every day.
Amen to that. Tell them where they can find you.
You can find me, Lavar Walker, Lavar Walker. Just Google me. All my handles are Lavar Walker. So.
And what shows? You got any shows?
I guess I could say this. This should be approved by the time this come out. Life and Beth on Hulu. Our second season should be coming out. I don't know, December or January. What else? I was on Uncle Drew. So I was on the Sneakerheads show on Netflix. So, and then the new season of Comic View. So,
I'm excited. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
I had a good time.
I gotta get your numbers. So
I really like this guy. Like, this is my kind of people, y'all. Seriously. Yeah. All right, guys. If you like this kind of content, make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and share. And don't forget to reach out to us directly if you have any questions or concerns, or if you have any suggestions. You can email us at info@smittyand.d.com. Again, that's info@smittyand.d.com. And until next time, guys, take care of one another.